Hi, welcome to this bootcamp kingdom. Just for reintroduction, we noticed we have not everyone has been following, so I decided to do a recording and then upload it so that you can follow through and you can also go back, because I don't advise that we use Google Meet. Times when we use Google Meet to be once in a week, but so we're going to be meeting just on Fridays, but on Tuesday we'll have our class recording uploaded. So I'm going to take that step to upload the videos. Yeah, so we are talking about web development. I've tried to explain what web development is. A lot I've said. We'll just go straight into what we have. We are going to be starting off with the HTML. But here, what we have here is our VS Code, and I mentioned that for you to have kickstart or follow through this class, you have to install your VS Code, you have to install your Git desktop, and you have to sign up for GitHub. So those three things are very essential. So let's kick off right immediately. So yeah, this is my GitHub, and here is my VS Code. So let's kick off. We are trying to build a portfolio that can stand out. Is a very simple portfolio, and we're going to be touching all major aspects of HTML, CSS, and if there is time, we advance to React Native, Next.js, and some other tech stack that we could use. So we are going to create a new folder in our document, and we're going to call it um, tutorials. You click on select folder, and here is our folder. So I'll advise you to install some extensions that will help you. The ones I'll advise you to install is live server. So you just install live server, and yeah, that's the major thing. And then you can install, see if I have any HTML. Some of this HTML, IntelliSense, formatter, and format HTML. Okay, this one is HTML and PHP, HTML format. Yeah, so just this thing, and then I think CSS beautifier. Yes, so those extensions, so you can just locate them here, though your own might not be like this, but you will still see this extension stuff is not changing. I just changed the layout of my own VS Code. Yes, so we have created our folder. So here's our folder. So we'll be creating a new file, and we'll be calling it index.html. This is what the web browser or your server recognizes as the first page or the main page or the home page of a website. So what's the first thing we do when we get to our index.html? We just click on this and we click on enter. So what do we have here? We have a proper structure. This tells the file, or that this is the HTML file. This is the HTML document. So we are going to give the title of our file as let's call it my portfolio. If you have installed the live server, you'll see something like go live, and when you click on go live, it's going to open up in your web browser. But for you to be able to access this feature of live server, I would advise you to go to your settings and tweak something, so that you don't have to be stressing yourself. So what's that? As simple as changing your auto save. I think yours might be off. You put it on after delay, so you don't need to be pressing or using Control S to save whenever you're done. All you just have to do is that once you're done, here you can just immediately check your web browser for the changes. So let's kickstart on what we have. And we said we're trying to create a portfolio. So let's Let's do something quickly. Let's create a new file. Okay, yeah, I would advise that as web developers, you properly structure your website. So I'm going to call this CSS. Then on that CSS, I'm going to create a file called styles.css, proper document structure. So I'm going to come back here and say link, and then you see CSS, just link it up. Then you write the proper location. So it's inside CSS folder and a backward slash styles.css. Then we're going to create another folder and we are going to call it images. This is where all our images would be located. So the first thing to do will be creating our header, that's our navbar, our header, and we are going to say we're going to have a div. Okay, so we could just have a div and we're going to call this first one dot logo. This is where we want to put our logo. And then I'm going to say I'm going to put my name as my logo. Then we're going to come down and say now, all right, it's already here, so we could just click on tab and it comes out. So we can have let me put home, project and contacts. So this is what I'm going to leave it as. Let me change this to home. So we are done with our nav. We're going to close it up. Oh, sorry, we didn't close this up. Let's close our nav bar up. We have closed our nav bar and we have closed our header. Now let's go to the main content. So we have basically explained this is our header that will be okay. Let's go to the web browser side. It's loading, so you can see this is the logo. This is some of the nav. This is what's going to be on the nav bar. So from here we could locate our project, we could locate to contact. So let's go back to our code and finish up things. So we're going to be creating the first section. I'm going to say main, main. I'm going to give it a class. I explain about class, explain about ID. It's used to style or it's used to make a part of a section or a segment of the code, maybe either responsive or you want to beautify it with CSS. So the class name, we want to give it a unique class name, because if we say note, two classes cannot have the same name, it's because it is unique. It's unique. If you have done some things on, let's say, algorithm, you will understand about the uniqueness of items or uniqueness of fields. So here we're going to have, I'm just trying to be fast. Our class is going to be, let's call it content, first content, and then we're going to expand this main. I'm going to have a div, and we're going to call the class text content. We want to have text content. I'll just click on enter, and then under this we're going to still have another div, and we're going to call it services. Click enter. And then inside we are going to still have a span. Span is very different from the h1 tag. The h2 tag is very, very, very different. So inside this place I'm going to put what I do. I would say web developer, and then I'm going to create another span, because not only web development I do, I've also add another span. And then I'll say I am a photographer. So we see we have highlighted few things that we do to catch our clients, and then under this div that we just closed, I'm going to say a h1 tag so that I could be able to write my major So I'm going to put a h1 tag, and I'm going to write my name in there. So I'm going to put a Zerim Kingdom. Yeah. So under this h1, we want to write about ourselves, and we are going to put the P, and then we're going to give it the class description. Let's click on enter. So I don't want to write anything about myself, but you can go ahead to write something about yourself. I will just close this up here with a lorem tag. I told you guys what a lorem is. It's just like a kind of dummy statement or dummy text to fill up a place, especially when you're not a content writer, or you receive a job from a client and they have not given you the right text to put in there. You could just fill it up with the lorem text. You can go as far as lorem asterisk 100, and it brings 100 characters or more whatsoever. So we're going to click right on an anchor tag. I explained about anchor tag. We want you to take them to contact me via WhatsApp. For now, we're going to put hash, because we have not gotten the link of our WhatsApp. But you can actually, okay, let that be as a bonus. So you can see all we are doing. It's also coming up here. So let us go to link. I guess that should be it. So yes, let's create a WhatsApp link. So it's from there they will be able to contact us. They'll be able to contact us. And how do they do that? Type your WhatsApp number. Okay. Okay. All right. So here's it. So we just fill it up, and let's remove, because we already are. Let me just type this 9093305. So yeah. So we can add a custom message. Hi. Generate my link. Yeah, it's being generated. Let me copy this. Copy link here. So let's go back to where we were. So instead of this hashtag, we're going to put the link, and we are going to write here contact me. So let this reload, so you can see meant to be contact me, not just contact. Let's reload this. Yes, so this is it. So once you click on this, okay, let's put something so that they won't have to target blank. I will tell you the reason for using target blank. So when you click on this link, it opens on another tab instead of opening in that same tab. So that's what target blank it's used for. So just ensure you explore. Don't stop at where we are stopping in this bootcamp. Let your hands begin to try a lot of things. If you notice, we have not put an image about us. I know a lot of you guys would like to put an image, but me, I'm not going to put an image. I'm going to use, let's say, a character. So let's go down, and we're going to, after this div, we're going to say another div. We're going to have another div, and we're going to say image container. You might be wondering, this is looking so awkward on the browser. Yes, it has to. Let's use content, because we started with content, so we're going to finish up with content. You can actually give your class anything, but I decided to give my own class this. So let's have another div for the image itself. Div is just like a container that houses several items. Note that it's like a container that houses several items. Now we are now going to put our image. Click on the image, and we are going to see our images folder. Now let me go and look for let me go to my Pinterest and look for, I will just use a John Doe. So John Doe is like anonymous in web development. So let's John Doe. It's like an anonymous character. Okay, it's not giving me what I want, and not this anonymous. profile. Should give me what I want. All right, let's make use of this. So let's download it. Let's have it. Just download documents. We have the folder in our documents. Tutorials. Yeah, there it is. So inside images, we'll just paste it here and rename it. We're going to call it let's just call it picture here. So if you notice, the file type is a JPEG. So let's go back. We are going to say /picture.jpg, as simple as that. So this alt, it's just when the browser is not able to load the item, it brings an alternative to tell the user that, okay, this is what it is. So this is my picture. So when the browser is not able to load this up, it tells the user or the client that this is my picture until the picture is being able to load. And this is where we're going to be ending this for now. I would love you to ask questions. Yeah, thank you.